First timers.
But
No, not first time. Man, sit down.
Jamil, ask, please. Ask to pronounce name and surname like, because I don't.
So, this is how we do this. Your name, what do you do, and what do you want to achieve in this community? Just 15 seconds, not more, please, okay? Because there are many of us, okay? Let's do it.
Hi everyone. Oh, I'm new. Okay. Good evening everyone. My name is Ahmed Khan. Okay. I'm here in UAE past 15 years. Okay. I'm from India, basically from Mumbai. I came here when I was into banking industry, so I'm from fintech. Okay. Recently I started my own organization. Okay, into fintech, that is into stock broking, online trading platform. I don't have any objections, I'm so sorry. I don't have any expectations. I was just referred by one of my friend. I love socializing. I love to speak to different ideas, people from different ideologies and people from different industry. So I just came to see new faces. This is what I came here for. Nothing big. Yeah. Hope to speak to a few more guys. Yeah, I'm a bit nervous because it's my first time talking.
No, why doing well?
Thank you very much.
Come on, just keep it short, guys. Just be quick. Hi everyone. I didn't expect to see them friends. I didn't expect that. My name is Shinawi. I'm from Lebanon. I used to work in venture capital, and that was a while ago. And then I started a side project, which became my full-time business now. We basically cracked the code to how to upskill and find the best developers and designers in Lebanon. And now we connect them with our own bootcamps. We connect them with companies all over the world, and then we help the companies legally hire them in Lebanon. So basically, the simplest way to find the talent you need and get them operational in a week's time. We've kind of cracked the code for that, and just to meet some people and listen to your ideas. Thank you.
Hey everyone, my name is Chris. I'm from London. I'm a broadcast producer. I work for a streaming company, and I work more in the sustainable field. I'm here to collaborate with you guys. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Adil. Okay, I'm from Kazakhstan, Afghanistan mix, and I'm working right now at Altija. It's a CRM system for your business. So anyone who wants to make their life easier with their small business or big business, you can come to us. We will solve everything for you. And I speak 6-7 languages. It's also good, I think. And yeah, I'm looking here for networking, for knowing people and having new friends. Why not? So yeah, that's it. And he's my boyfriend.
It's one of the best introductions.
Boyfriend is not a job. A lot of pressure. Thank you for having me on. My name is Tariq. I run a page called Secret Success on Instagram. For the past 10 years, one of the biggest success pages in the world. I'm here new in the way, to be foremost. I would love to meet lovely people like you, yourself, who can hopefully we can collaborate in any way in the future, near future or future, we never know. Think about podcasts, think about success, bootcamp, mindset, coaching. I'm hopefully setting it all up from what I can now do everything that I want to end. And I'm looking for the right people to join my team and my company. And yeah, step by step, hopefully. Yes. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Jane. I'm the founder of AirDot. My project has been accepted by Federal Institute, which is one of the largest incubators in the Middle East cohort. We are trying to solve the problem of lost and found. So for anyone who loves to travel, business travel, have you ever left something behind at airport or Atlantis hotel? Raise up your hand. Let me take a look if you remember. Or everyone can say, hey, it's my friends. So if you're interested to know what the journey looks like for the end user, feel free to reach out to me. Right now I'm here to look for companies that can actually do B2C softwares, and I'm so happy to connect with other founders as well. Thank you.
Hello, good evening. My name is Yahya. You can call me Yahya if it's easier for you to pronounce it. I'm originally Palestinian. I was born here in UAE. I'm an architect, so I design buildings and cities. And we have a small community which we started before 3 weeks called the Humans 3.0. And the idea behind it is we collect people's ideas and we exhibit it in places mainly. So I'm here actually to network and to meet a lot of people with great ideas mainly. Thank you.
Hey everyone, my name is Ayush. I'm the founder of Software. We are the largest marketplace and distributors for B2B SaaS software in MENA. We represent about 7,500 software companies, and we help about 100,000 businesses every month find software. We are backed by Techstars London, and we're here to meet people, network of course, and if there are any businesses that want to scale, software tech companies that want to scale, here to help them out as well.
What's the name of your company?
It's called Software, so software with a Z. Yeah, thanks.
Hello everyone, my name is Adil. It seems there is no problem for this meeting to share information about our relationship, right? So, let's be prepared. I am here several kids. I am husband, father, uncle, okay, entrepreneur, businessman, and also I am CEO and founder of MedC startup in medtech technology. We just try to revolutionize teleconsultation industry in MENA region and actually targeting Africa, Asia, CIS countries. So we are going to provide, we are just like a low cost for teleconsultations for having cheap and fast and instant medical help. That's all I'm going to say.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Adil. I'm originally from Pakistan. I've been in UAE for about 30 years. My whole profession was as a banker, wearing old grey suits and just walking around and meeting people. I left and shed that skin, wore a new skin. I now am part of a multi-family office, and we help our clients grow their businesses, whether to raise growth capital or sell businesses. And I'm here to meet new people, understand ideas, and I'm sort of an angel investor as well on side, so learning new ideas and see how it goes.
Hey guys, my name is Raj. I'm 21 from Colombo. I run an AI analytics startup called AstroAI. Basically, we help lawyers be more productive and help them sorry, I'm a bit nervous right now.
It's okay.
Yeah, so basically we help lawyers be more productive by helping them automate a lot of things that's available using AI. We have about 400 customers and 40 plus clients closed. Yeah, looking forward to working and connecting with some smart models and yeah. Thanks guys.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Adil. I'm an Indian Canadian. I moved to Dubai about 7 months ago. My background is in finance, and I worked in the venture space before doing a master's in psychology and starting a direct-to-consumer mindfulness and well-being company. So we're really here focused on the L&D space, leadership, communications, mindfulness, and looking to connect with fellow partners, collaborators, and to meet friendly people. So thank you.
Hi, my name is Hiba, and I'm a designer and a teacher, and I'm here just to meet people and network and learn new things, hopefully.
Hello everyone, my name is Max. I'm co-founder of Giro. This is the company which will stop the human aging. We discover cool new therapies. We work with Pfizer, made several critical discoveries into the aging field. Actually, one of the leading teams in the aging field is discovered by scientific American laboratory clinics. We understood that it's not we who understood the main fact. I want you to remember that aging is not the law of nature. There are animals like naked molars, bats, lobsters, rockfish that is not probability of dying is not increasing. They are always young. We just want to do it for ourselves to make us live hundreds of years healthy and do also some traditional diseases, drug discoveries with physics and genetic AI. Looking for investors, new friends, journalists, just good guys. I'm in my early 700s.
Hi. My name is Maria. I'm a founder of Jamil Partners. We assist founders with fundraising and investor relations, and we also host VC events. So find me if you're fundraising or if you have some cash to deploy. I'm here to meet you guys, I guess.
Hello everyone, my name is Alexandra. I came here because Jamil told me and I'm waiting. So I wanted to check it with my own eyes. I'm doing angel investments, also in Dubai. So if anybody wants to consult the idea, let me know. Especially if you want to see it from communication point of view, if customer will understand it. I'm myself from a not technical background, but I work in IT, so that I know how to translate your tech products into business people understanding. So if somebody wants this kind of help, I'm here to help. Thanks.
Good evening, everyone. I've co-founded 2 kids and 0 companies. I'm not investing in leaders. I'm here because I met the good man there, Ajax, and I'm collaborating with him on Tech Report. My background is in content, digital strategy, and journalism. I'm just looking to meet exciting people and have some fun conversations. That's about it.
Hi everyone, my name is Adil. I'm from New York. I've been in Dubai about 2 years. Before that, I was in Singapore for about 5 years. I've been working in software for 25 years now. Feels a lot longer. But I'm looking for a new role ultimately, but also I'm here just because I like to come to these things and meet a lot of people and be inspired. I've been in digital consulting for pretty much my whole career, but I really want to make the shift in-house somewhere, specifically maybe in a startup. So I'd like to meet you guys and see what's out there and see where my next career will be. Thanks.
Hello everyone, my name is Jamil. I'm an advisor consultant on several Web3 projects, and if you need some help, welcome.
Okay, any more first timers? See you. Huh? Come on, introduce yourself. No, they're not you.
I'm Victoria. 2 weeks ago, I came here from Singapore, where I was leading marketing for a tech platform. And it's the first time in my life where I'm unemployed and without money in a sub-project. So I'm with open eyes, looking for the inspiring ideas and meeting new people.
Hi everyone, my name is Gerard. I run a venture capital fund called Tariq Capital out of India. We're setting up a $200 million fund. We invest in companies in Series A to C. And yeah, we're an AI-driven fund, so we use a lot of data science. We use a lot of data science to invest in a company. We're not an AI fund in the sense that we only invest in AI, but we use a lot of data science to underwrite companies. That's what we've been doing in the US. We are under the broad umbrella of Tariq Capital in the US, which is also a $2 billion fund. And yeah, looking forward to connecting with you all. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Jamil and I'm a data scientist. So currently I'm working with Dubai Customs in helping them kickstart the AI journey. And I'm new here in Dubai, so I wanted to check out the tech community here and meet new people and see what Dubai has to offer. So thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Imad. I'm originally from Sudan. I was born in Dubai. Actually, I'm a civil engineer. We are working as a planning engineer. I came here to network, and there is a lot of positive environment here. I want to know everyone here. Thank you.
I know some of you are first timers that don't want to come out, but if you want, come on, last chance.
Hey!
Calling once, calling twice. Are you sure? Okay. I used to put people on the spot, but after a couple of bets, I decided to stop. So we're doing Idea Lab. This is something we do every other week. It's basically, you have an idea. It doesn't have to be a business yet. You haven't started a company, you don't have a team. It's just an idea. You come out here, no slides, you just speak about it for 10, 15 minutes. And some people will support you, some people will attack you. Yeah, as it should be. And you end up either with some people to, co-found this with you, some people to, maybe invest. We have people from Idea Lab who actually got angel tickets, 10, 50, 60, 100K USD. So it's always good to speak about your ideas. And if it's easy to replicate, we shouldn't worry about it. If you just say it and somebody can steal it, you shouldn't start doing it. Most people believe. So, let me see a show of hands who has an idea. I'm going to speak about it, okay? So, so this is how it goes. You're going to pitch it verbally for 10 minutes. Then we go for Q&A, and the Q&A can be as nice or harsh as people want. So if you believe in the idea, be constructive. If you don't believe in the idea, still be constructive, but be direct. Because being nice doesn't take you anywhere, honestly. That's just me, maybe, I don't know. We end up with a vote. Imagining investments, you have money, you will invest or not in this. Let's go.
Yes, like I said, I run for 10 years one of the biggest success pages in the world on Instagram. It's called Secrets to Success. I've been in this 10 years reading also a lot of personal development books, so I love mindset, I love knowledge. I believe that, like Jesus says, knowledge is the key to heaven or living a good life. I had this idea since 2016. Around 2016, my mom said, "What do you want to do now that you have more than 1 million followers online?" And I said, "I think I should start a physical school, personal development school, with the ambition to become the #1 school in the world." Why? Because with my school background and study background, the self-study background, I've dived into different topics. From science to economy, that I've done different profiles, and I believe that knowledge and applied knowledge, of course, can get you to everywhere, like where you want to get, right? So yeah, I think I'm looking for angel investors, I don't know how much yet. It's just an idea that I already had it for like 8 years right now. The idea. It's one of my ideas, one of my bigger ideas. It's like a personal development school in Dubai. The first could be a copy paste model, but the first one in Dubai, and teaching people personal development, and I'm not going to teach, I'm not going to do it of course myself. I have a beautiful platform with 2.6 million followers, a lot of interesting people, influencers, businessmen, follow me, celebrities, and everybody can teach in this school physically, because I believe there's a power in energy being in a room than behind the camera, to be honest. Physically, everybody can teach this topic to a class, like here, standing, for example, this could be a class, and today I'm going to talk about metaphysics, for example, energy, how that works and everything, or sixth sense, or third eye activation. All interesting concepts. How would that help people? It depends on what someone is interested in, of course, the topic, the thing that he wants to learn. But success is a very broad word. Narrow down more to mindset, and then we can have topics as making money online or artificial intelligence or all those different topics. It's a very early idea. If someone thinks, okay, I want to brainstorm with this guy, you're welcome. I'm willing to network, I can make time to have coffee, we can brainstorm and see where it goes. So I think that's everything I want to say. Thank you.
So, first of all, stay, you're not done. Stay with me, come on. Keep me company. So, for clarity, if you understood what this is, between 7 and 10 out of 10, raise your hand up. Okay? If you understood it below that, raise your hand up. Okay? If you didn't get anything at all, 0, raise your hand up. Okay. Let's do Q&A. Who has questions? Okay?
I can just speak. So would it be like retreats because the people are based here and you're bringing people in and then they are just here for that class or that master class or that weekend or something, or so you have a physical space that people are coming in and out of, or is it a school like it's a year-long program and you're going to learn XYZ?
I'll be very honest with you. I have a lot of amazing people following me, like very interesting people in the personal development book. Most of my followers are from the US, so beautiful people that a lot of people I look up to, like they teach law of attraction, for example, or they teach. I don't have the specifics yet, so we can feel it in, depending on who I partner up with or who is going fast. So, but yeah, it could be also a boot camp, it could be classes, it could be a yearly thing.
Did you have something in mind already, I guess is the question. Because you said school, so do you have a duration for the school in mind?
I think nobody loves the word school, and to start off with, when you hear the word school, go back to school, go back to classes. So I like secret success, personal development, even like the name, should we call it school to start off with?
Well, there's the School of Life guy.
Yeah.
But that's all online thing. And it's one-to-one interviews, which is different than what you're suggesting. So I guess because you mentioned in the pitch that you have a lot of influencers and followers and stuff, and you could bring them on, I would imagine they wouldn't be living here, so I would imagine that it's shorter term, which is why I asked the question I asked. So is it going to be more retreat-based, and you have a space for that? Because you want a physical space that's always staying the same, right? That's what it sounded like, but I guess maybe iron out what you want this space for, or would it make sense to do retreats everywhere because you're going to be flying people in anyway.
Sorry, did you say this sentence?
Maybe iron out, as a suggestion now I'm giving you, iron out if it makes sense to have a physical space when the teachers that you're bringing in are living here.
So I think that I had right. It's a physical space. People that live in the body, people that travel to the body can teach classes. We have to plan things out. And so like I said, I don't have the specifics yet. What I know somehow I feel the idea has potential to teach personal development, because I've been for like maybe 7 years number one success page in the world, and right now number 2. What I do is like inspire and motivate people, and people resonate with that. Now I want to take it to the next level. People that follow me are really interesting. I have a lot of people that are interesting that follow the page, from the way as well.
Actually, can I add something from my side? So he means basically that the idea is there, but he came here and sharing with you, not to like exactly right now decide like, okay, this will be face-to-face, this will be camp, this will be class, master class. It can go different, and then he can, like, let's say, we will see on the journey, which is like more comfortable for two sides, like for the teaching and for the, let's say, students. This is number one. And number two, maybe, as I understand, like you want more feedback from them, from these people. Like maybe you will add something from yourself, like, oh, listen, maybe we can do this, or maybe it will be better. Okay, I'm in that industry, like education industry. It will work better in that case. So I think it's him and this. So yeah, but there's no exactly specific way of steps to that.
We're trying to help him to twist the idea by asking questions. That's what you do when you kind of build this.
No, I know.
Yeah. So just don't get it personal.
No, I know.
It's just relax and kind of enjoy it.
Being devil's advocate in business, we need feedback.
Yeah.
This is how hard ideas form.
It's not about
being critical, but the specifics haven't been filled in yet. So what I expect from you, what she's trying to say, I think, what Lucas trying to say is, I'm trying to get input from you guys right now, because the idea is such an early stage that we have not been yet to the specifics.
Just remember the questions and answer these questions after the meeting. That's what I'm trying to say.
I'll give my input then on what I think would make sense based on what you said. Sorry.
Maybe what would work is like you have a full course for people who are based here on something more specific than mindset, because that's really broad. Say on like the third eye thing I mentioned. And then you bring in different experts, but then the whole course can be, say, 3 to 6 months or something, or a year, or however long you decide. But that way, you're retaining people for the courses, but your instructors are coming in from wherever that you have to bring in. Does that make sense? So you can have physical space, you can have people in the classes, and the students are getting multiple different instructors based on people that you know. Maybe something like that would work. That way you're retaining the space and you're using it constantly, and people are continuing to get more value because they have a couple different exposure to a couple different instructors.
So we'll take your question, the new that's basically okay. We'll take one more. Go ahead.
So I think it's a brilliant idea. I mean, personal development, I think most of us can relate to. And I mean, I've done school for over 10 years, and I can say from personal experience that most of what's being taught in like regular curriculum is a waste of time or something you're not going to apply in your personal life. But I think there's also a lot of competition already. There's 2 companies that I know of that I signed up for. One is called Mind Valley, and the other one is called Masterclass. And they have like world-renowned speakers and people from the industry. Like let's say Ray Dalio is teaching a course on investing. So I'm talking about people of that caliber. So my question to you is, what would make your platform different from Mind Valley or from Masterclass?
Mind Valley the owner, but he follows me for years. He unfollowed me. I don't know why.
I'm sure that he has a lot of followers.
Unfortunately. Mind Valley and Masterclass is online, right? As I'm wrong.
Yeah.
The difference that I'm trying to make a difference in is that we can go physical, and then the copy-paste system, business model. That idea is going to be like a franchise. McDonald's, Burger King, it's a concept that works, and now we have different locations in the world. Depending on where we start, we can always expand where there is demand.
So you want to do physical instead of online?
Yeah, I want to do it physical because I believe there's Like, I went to the event. Have you guys heard of the Gladiator Summit? It was last week here in the Blue Waters. No?
Which summit?
Gladiator Summit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you been to it or have you?
They asked me to join it, but I declined.
Yeah. So, for example, this is a beautiful summit, and me myself, I'm a busy man. I have a lot of distractions on my phone, all the notifications, everywhere, blah blah blah. Sometimes I turn it off work mode, and sometimes I try to read a book, but then after 5 minutes I'm already again distracted. This is how my life goes the last few months. Okay. And when I go to a summit, when I go to an event, and I see speakers speaking, it's a different energy because now it's like. If you meditate alone, it's difficult, but if you meditate with 5 people or 10 people, it's very easy. If you learn alone, it's sometimes you get distracted the whole time. But if you learn with people, energy is contagious, right? So this is what I'm basically trying to say. Personal development school, online I know, like I've been in this field for 10 years, 10 plus years. Even Joe Brown is like one biggest motivational process in the world. The guy is, I work with the guy, and I've met the guy a few times. He wants to coach me. He doesn't reply at the moment, but okay. The differentiator is that I want to go physical. This is the differentiator, and I haven't seen, to be honest, much concepts like that. Personal development school in the world, aiming for not being number one, because we already have the platform, we already have social proof, where I'm already doing good online, but now we're going to go physical, hey, we are. And I'm not going to maybe teach a lot of things, but I love to teach. This is when I come in life, when I share my knowledge, because when I feel very useful. But I'm not gonna, I love to have people who are, like you said, expertise in their field coming to share.
Like TED Talk?
You can say that, like TED Talk, but TED Talk is
different.
Yeah, gets close to get TED Talk, but I think it's still not that necessarily the same.
How are you gonna scale it? Because physically, online is very scalable. But what about physical? You will not be able to do this.
These people who are public speakers and experts travel a lot, constantly. This is their work, this is their lifestyle. These experts that are doing their topic, they travel constantly because they have events. Our location could be one of their destinations, one of the destinations that they stop at, give some talks. And it's going to be a premium thing, it's not going to be a cheap thing, by the way, because we want also to filter out. We want to filter out the people who just want to learn, but people that are really have big ambitions and high achievers. So this thing I already thought about. Like I want it to be very like a premium thing for.
So I want to give you an example. My wife used to work for a school called African Leadership Academy. Their focus is the last 2 years of high school. They were an NGO funded by MasterCard Foundation, MacArthur Foundation and the like. They recruited the premium talent in Africa by promising you coming for the last 2 years of your school, so 16 to 18 or thereabouts. The school fees were $35,000 plus. Maybe Dubai doesn't scare you that much, but in Africa that's an inordinate amount of money. And what they did well is they had different programs, they had different skills, and they gave you a high school degree. They got speakers in and all of those good things. And they also leveraged folks that wanted to get African experience, educational experience, pre-MBA experience that looks very good on your CV. They didn't pay them much, so they got good quality staff, good lecturers and teachers in. And it ultimately worked very well. But it was an NGO model, they got premium talent in, and there were kids from refugee camps in Rwanda, and there were kids from the richest families in Africa there. Some were fully paid, and others children effectively got scholarships through the foundation and so on. It is a long, hard slog for the founders, but they did it very well, and the business is now growing and so on, and they've got great talent and a great momentum behind it. So if you're looking for a school model that can really empower people through personal learning and then so on, it's really a good model to look at.
What is it called?
Thank you.
It's called African Leadership Academy. African Leadership Academy, and their whole thing is to train the next generation of African leaders. That's their whole thing. And then they personally empower them, they teach them, they do all kinds of stuff. So do have a look at it. Thank you.
Now something really sudden.
Like this. Michael, like this. Holding like this.
Hold it like that? Alright, I think it's a lot better. So, for the last 6-7 months, me and my team have been working on something very exciting. We're developing a new curriculum called CORE, and it stands for the Curriculum of Leaders and Empowerment. Now, what this curriculum is about is it's more about preparing the students, not just examining them. And what we do is we take them around different career paths. And we let them explore what the doctor does, what the engineer does, what the journalist does, what the businessman does. And we give them all the academics related to these specific careers, right? And so we're training the students on how, basically ingressing the skills into them that they need for whichever career they want to pursue, right? And we work closely with universities in order to basically map the competencies that they need for the actual student who graduates to enter their university. So when the student actually goes to that university, they're more than prepared to head on any challenge that they may face, and they don't sit for like a year or two just getting stressed or not knowing if that was the right major that they picked or something along the lines. Now I don't know how close this is to what you're trying to build, but maybe I can help you if you have any questions. And, so is it just like you're doing this as an extracurricular, or are you doing this as a curriculum? That's my question.
What is the difference?
So an extracurricular course is something that students take after their actual school hours, right? Something that they do 7 to 8 for an hour or something, and they do it once a week. A curricular one would be it's their bread and butter. They would go to school every day and learn this. Now I don't know if this is what you're building or if your idea is close to it.
Okay. I don't want it necessarily to be part of any curriculum. I haven't used that word much. I don't want it to be quite necessarily of any curriculum. Because I see personal development, investing in yourself, your mindset, as something you do extra after we finish college, for example. If you didn't finish college, it's also possible, of course. So it's like an extra investment in yourself to grow. Because I think that high achievers do. Most people know that if you have within personal development, successful people in biographies and stuff, they invest in themselves a lot. They network with the right people, they listen to public speakers, they read books, they do whatever it takes to get the knowledge that can help them to the next level. Sometimes I read a book, but it looks very similar to the previous book. But I say to myself, if I learn 1% something new, then it's already a win.
And most books, they have a different title when they're talking about the same exact.
Yeah, but it's just a different perspective and a new point of view, the person of the author. So, yeah, I think we can definitely connect and see how we can help each other. Yeah.
Definitely after you take your LinkedIn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you hear me?
No, it is.
In the box.
Yeah, okay. So now I'm just reflecting on what your pitch was, and I hear different things. One is that you have assets you want to leverage on, which is basically your community. There's a playground you have defined, which is personal development, and maybe there's an idea of doing physical school. But I'm missing a bit, and for me, this is what I would reflect on, is maybe a bit more systematic approach to finding the right concept. Because you didn't give us a lot of insights on what works today with your community. So this is what you need to leverage. What is it that is working? And basically what you need to do is basically plot the ideas. And some of the ideas will be things that have worked for you. Some of the ideas will be things that maybe others are doing. And then you need to start taking a systematic approach and basically clustering things and trying to find out what is going to be unique and what you do. I know this might sound very generic, but I didn't feel that you have let's say a methodic approach to get to the right concept. So that's what I want to kind of push a bit in that direction, if that makes sense.
Yes, makes sense. So, I'm young. Started my background when I was 22 years old. 24 hours, you had more than 1 million followers.
This is exactly my point, is you have things that work, and this should be the core of your idea, and put that in the context of doing physical school. If you didn't tell us much about that, so it's very difficult for us to dive deeper on that part.
So sometimes the idea starts here, and then this is all empty, and then here's the end goal. I only know the end goal, and I know some specifics, but not a lot yet. And this gives the chance to whoever is going to partner with me, whoever sees potential in me, whoever wants to invest in me, to also think with me, because we're going to brainstorm. I leave a lot of things open. You have to be flexible in order to succeed. This is one very important thing. I see something that can be very successful, and I don't really get a systematic approach until I know who is going to partner up with me or sees a little bit potential in me. Make sense? So I don't need a systematic approach.
I don't agree on that, but that's a separate discussion.
Okay, last question. Yeah. Sorry. If I may, very quickly, because I'm in the education space, but in our company, but it's a crowded place, you want to make sure you've created a ton of value for your audience. So in our case, we train coders, but not for the sake of training, for them to get hired. And we tell them nobody hires you to be nice, and these are the things that you need. You need to commit full time for 3 months, you have to dedicate, you have to train on soft skills, because you're a coder, you don't have soft skills, and technical skills. And then you get hired. And we have a business model for it, where they pay after. So we figured out the formula. You need to ask yourself, what value do you create for that audience that is one step up above what they find on YouTube, on Udemy, on Masterclass, or all these guys. You have to have that differentiator. It has to be a delta. It cannot be like a 10% improvement. It has to be like a 10x improvement of what's out there. So,
let me ask you a question. So you're talking about untypical education, deschooling, consciousness, stuff like that, am I right? Because you mentioned Mind Valley and a couple of others.
There's a lot of Masterclass, there is a biggest platform in the world, Addicted to Success, which is motivational more. There are different platforms, yes, of course, yes.
Just wanted to clarify. Guys, hands up, hands up. Who has an idea? After this? Huh? Okay. So, go ahead and you're gonna be next. Okay? So it's always interesting to see also an investor coming to also pitch. Yeah, you were in VC, right? So yeah. So that's always interesting. But before we start, I'll just introduce to you International Man of Mystery, Mr. Gerard Sansoni. And he will moderate from now on here. 10 minutes, right here on time.
Hello everybody. Thank you very much. My name is Val, and for the past year and a half, I've been following, I guess, kind of like an influencer called Brian Johnson. I'm not sure how many of you guys are familiar with that person, but essentially he claims to have perfected biohacking to the point where, I believe he's about 45 years old now. He claims he has the lung capacity of a 22-year-old, skin elasticity of a 19-year-old, and so on and so forth. And basically he created an entire program called Blueprint. And the gist of the program, it consists of supplementation, diets, and fitness regimens. So basically I've been following the Blueprint for the last year or so, and I saw the results firsthand, and it gave me an idea to kind of bring it to the masses, to share the experience with a large audience of people. And so what I would like to do is create an app where basically people would upload their blood work, like with all their biomarkers, And they would also go through a very detailed questionnaire. And part of the questionnaire will be some basic questions like what's your age, what's your weight, like your body fat, that type of stuff. But also it will get in a lot of depth in terms of what does the person try to accomplish, and if they have any like critical conditions like diabetes or any of those diseases. And essentially there will be a large database of previous patients, and also there will be lots of research, peer-reviewed research studies that an AI algorithm is going to analyze and come up with like a catered program for each individual based on their blood work, based on their biomarkers, based on the input that they submitted into the app, and based on their goals. And the whole advantage of that is that the AI is going to have access to hundreds of thousands of data points, which a lot of doctors may not have access to. And it's also going to be trained specifically on how to analyze information in terms of biomarkers and come up with a recommendation in terms of supplementation, in terms of diet, and in terms of workout routines specific to that person. So that's going to eliminate a couple of things, which I believe is a problem in the current industry. So it's going to eliminate any kind of biases, like personal biases related to humans, right? So some doctors may not be okay with certain genders or certain sexual orientations or certain religions. So right off the bat, it's going to be eliminated because it will be like the only thing that the AI is going to see is the analysis and the questionnaire without seeing the actual person. The second thing is the speed of advice, because as we all know, AI can analyze millions of data points within seconds. And the final part is that the person is going to subscribe to the app and they will keep re-uploading their analysis, let's say every month or every couple of months. And so the AI will be able to review their blood work, their biomarkers compared to the baseline or compared to the original input provided, and also adjust the recommendations based on the level of progress that the person has made. So it's going to be like ongoing improvement moving forward, and again with the ultimate goal of getting each person to their ultimate best state of health, and like a lifestyle almost. So it will be like a subscription-based model, I just wanted to share the idea with all of you guys. And currently I'm looking for co-founders and for potential founders.
Okay.
Just one question or concern: who will be responsible of the mistakes that this AI may share? I'm talking about responsibilities. If you give devices that actually harm people, who will be responsible?
Yeah, I think that's a really good question. That's something that we need to look into. I think we're going to go through a period where we're going to test the data for a certain period of time, just to ensure that the advice given by the AI algorithm, makes sense, and it's going to be reviewed by many medical professionals to ensure that it's not harmful, at least. Right? So yeah, that's something that we need to work out.
I have a question when it comes to the targets. So there is you said for the masses, right? And the masses, today they would look at nutritionists, meal plans, and then other workout apps. So these are there, right? Right. And they tend to be fairly simple. But the biohacking community is actually very different from that community. Exactly. And they are ready to try out stuff like nobody else has tried. So are you only going to, because I think I understand you're going to focus on the,
turn this one off. I think it's fine we hear each other. So the question is, you focus mainly on the data and data collection, but a lot of these people will try out all kinds of things that they want to share with the community. My feeling is that in this community there's a lot of sharing of not standard type of practices or not standard type of products. How do you plan to deal with that part? Or is it completely outside?
Yes, I mean, of course, any individual can take it as far as they would like, but we would only sort of prescribe or recommend medicines which you can get over the counter and like the therapies that are widely accessible. So, for example, like we wouldn't recommend anything like a blood transfusion from like your son or anything like that. Like, you know, only the supplements that are available like in your local drugstore, like at your local pharmacy. So even the supplements which don't require any prescription. So there would be like basic vitamins basically.
Sorry, I just want to get that discussion. So basically, I thought that what you were saying is that you would collect data from the community, right?
So each individual is going to upload their blood work.
Blood work.
So basically the report that looks at all the biomarkers, I think it's about 99 biomarkers.
Yes.
You know, like just to give you an example, like cholesterol, for example.
But they will also report what they do to achieve a certain level, right?
Yes.
And what they do, that is going to be their kind of recipe they want to share with the community. And others, I don't know, I mean, that's my understanding of how...
No. So let me clarify.
Yeah.
So the app is going to be customized to each individual based on their blood work and based on the questionnaire that they answer. That's why...
So basically, you are making the recommendations based on data that you have collected.
So for example, right, like, I mean, there's lots of like medical research studies and like peer-reviewed papers that are available online. It's like a public information. And there's certain facts, I would say, that have been proven over the years, right? So let's say if you want to reduce your cholesterol, there's certain foods that you shouldn't eat and then certain foods that you should eat. So the AI is going to analyze all those papers, all those studies, and it's going to recommend a customized diet for each individual and also like a customized supplementation program. And then the workout program as well.
Okay, so then last question. This is different than getting feedback from the biohacking community, which often goes away from, sometimes from what is known, and they want to try out new things. That would be interesting as well, no?
Well, no, because here it's also going to be science-based and data-driven. So every recommendation that you're going to make is going to be backed up by certain evidence. So it's not just going to be advice of some biohacker who, like he tried something and it worked for him. It will be highly customized to each individual based on their analysis, like based on their blood work. I mean, maybe you should take it out. Yeah, like
what would be interesting, though, and this is what the part I'm digging into is, if you get biohackers to share what they do and others actually buy into this, then you can grow a community that way, right? And that's a different line of thinking, and that's what I wanted to explore.
Yes, but my idea is like we would like to make it credible. So every piece of advice that we provide, like we want to back it up with data and by scientific evidence. You know what I mean? So there needs to be some kind of a basis for what we're going to suggest to people. Does it make sense?
But you could learn that from the community. If I share a recipe and others try it, and the measurements are similar, then you become the scientific.
No, but the thing is, it's all about the sample size, right? Like, so if there's like a peer-reviewed medical study that had like 100,000, sample of patients, and they tested it out, and there's been a certain outcome. First of all, it's going to save us time, trying things out, and secondly, it's kind of already proven, right? So it's factual.
Thank you for that. No more questions over there. Anyone else questions after that?
Hi, it's a great idea, and I think my question is in two parts.
The first part is with respect to the data, because if you're going to be consolidating a lot of this, user, in a certain sense, users' data, right? So it can be a combination of different factors. Yeah. For example, if my cholesterol is high plus something else is wrong or some marker is off, right? So it's going to be correlations that are going to drive certain kind of outcomes, right, or certain kind of suggestions. My question is that, is there a test case or a training set that you have in mind, and how do you kind of plan to build that bottom up? All those combinations of different things that can happen from those markers. That's my first question. Second is, I think I'll let you go with that.
Sir, can you repeat the first question?
So my question is that because you'll be having multiple biomarkers that you're going to consolidate from everybody, different people are going to have different combinations, right? Like someone will have high cholesterol, somebody will have low iron. Have you guys done have you guys put together a training set of data which tells you that, hey, if someone has high cholesterol, low this thing, that's how it's done? So I'm just trying to understand how that data is going to get collected, or how you're thinking about that.
Yes, so it's possible to purchase large sets of data, which we intend to do, and then run models on those data sets, even from like previous patients, for example, right? So we could get like a data bank of people with high cholesterol, and what were the changes that they made in their life that led to reducing of their cholesterol levels. And basically, we will purchase those, the data sets, and we will have an AI algorithm. Basically, we will teach the AI algorithm to analyze all the data, analyze the results, and whenever it sees like a comparable example, to already apply the model to recommend a certain, regimen for that person.
Gotcha. Second question is more with respect to the stickiness of the business, right? So usually biohackers will wear, all sorts of things, the Whoop and Brian Johnson wears, right? Which does a lot of data collection there, which makes the product a little bit more sticky, even though, because when you think about health, you get ups and downs, right? Sometimes you're very motivated, and sometimes you'll have a period where you're not motivated at all. But the devices help you kind of go back to see how you behaved during that time, because it's regularly tracking what you're doing. With what you're talking about, there's a friction point, right? Because it's only when I upload my biomarkers does it tell me, like, as a cross-sectional time, that this is how I look today, right? Do you feel that as a business, this might lose the stickiness factor, right? Because people might not be as motivated to come back and, manually do those inputs again and again.
I think that in order for a person to measure their performance, they will have to keep uploading their blood work so that the app could give them its analysis and basically tell them what markers improved and what didn't. And then based on that new input, based on that new information, it could even pivot and suggest different supplements or maybe slight changes to the diet. So I think that's what would make it stick and would make people to come back, because they would want that feedback based on the new analysis.
May I give a suggestion?
Sure.
I advised the company as a banker called Bito in India. So they were into monitoring blood sugar and India has a huge population of diabetics. So they used to do the same thing where your phone connects to your to the app, and you do a prick and basically test your blood and tells you how much their sugar and things like that. The problem with that was precisely this, that even the moment that people got better, they would tend to leave it. So as a business, the stickiness of the product was not as good, right? So, and that's why, it gave rise to things like continuous blood glucose monitoring. I think as a somebody wearing ultra-human, even that's not very sticky, that's another reason, right? But do you think that as a business, that is something that's on your mind, that maybe people will use your product for maybe a couple of months, they will see what their health looks like, and the moment it's like, hey, I look good, everything's good, and they might not do it for a year or two, which might affect your business as such.
Yes, actually, I think that's a pretty good point. And I was thinking of that too, but you know, similar argument could be made with many different products, right? Let's say even Whoop, you know, Whoop, the watch that kind of gives you all your biometrics, your sleep patterns and all that stuff. You know, you could say similar, like you can wear it for a month or so, and once you see everything is normalized, you can stop. That's what I'm saying. It's the same with the app, you pay for it every month.
But people likely to have more attrition there because people might not find value every month. In the Whoop, I'm getting to see how my health is progressing on a daily basis. Right? So it's something that works.
Yeah, maybe you can try how to make it more sticky. Maybe you could do like different challenges, you know, like people competing against each other, like how much they improve their analysis by, and maybe you can give like free membership like as a prize or something, you know, like there's different incentives that we can offer.
So, myself and what we're doing biohacking regularly, and what we found is Western medicine and Western research does not tie to biohacking. You cannot correlate the two because it's very different ways and philosophies and so on. So you sort of need to pick your poison here. You're going to be in the biohacking community and play a lot of unreliable science. It may work, but you can't prove it through studies most of it because it's a different way of life. There's more Eastern medicine typically than it is Western medicine. The other point to tie to his point, and what we found is, looking at many medtech ideas is, we get this thing is not sticky. If people don't have a reason to come back to your platform and they improve slightly, they just don't come back. So what you need to think about is building communities around diseases. So maybe think about cancer, or think about diabetes, or think about something else, or if your family's got a history of cancer, then it's actually in your interest. So I'll take a personal example. My mother had breast cancer. There's a high likelihood that my sister will get breast cancer. She's not there yet, but she could have much value in such a product because she can every month upload, or every 6 months upload her testing and her blood work, and this thing can start tracking if the markers pop up and down, and you can build a whole community around this thing. So what I think about is more, don't try to make good people feel better, try to find people that are in serious need of a platform, community, and help in order to connect to something and really have a reason and have a stickiness reason to come back to.
Thank you.
Hello. In my opinion, you are talking about arena where hundreds of thousands of users will upload their confidential information, and then you have to create an AI to analyze all this information, and you will use the existing evidences, as you said, scientific evidences, and also you will create your own evidences, right? This is the dream. Okay, I'm an investor. I invest in health. If you prove this dream to me, I will invest. Okay?
Very good. We'll exchange contacts.
Any other questions, guys? Super. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So my name is Fadi, and I'm sharing an idea that I honestly really need in my life every day. I'm willing to pay for, and I wish I could do it, but I just don't have time. And this is actually, I mean, my current company, when I was working in the investment fund, we were launching a $50 million VC. I had my idea, and I kept telling others to do it. Please, you should do it. It would work so well. Nobody was doing it, so I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna do it. And I started and became my company. But now I really don't have time for this idea, and so I'm hoping that it might inspire somebody. So, as a working professional, all of us, we have very busy days during the day. And I fly and I travel a lot, so Dubai, Riyadh, Lebanon, Europe, whatever. After a long busy day, especially after a certain age, typically your evenings, it's harder to meet people. Let's put aside the dating app and all of that. This is like very awkward and whatever. It's like meeting professionals with real interests. So if there's an event like the In5 one, it makes sense. There's a clear purpose, people with similar sectors and so on. But when you don't have that, what can you do? We live in the age of AI. I should tell my AI, book me for the next 3 nights. I want to meet people who have something in common with me. Now, outside of dating and marriage, what is usually the thing you have in common with people that makes you comfortable to talk to them, not awkward? You grew up in the same city, you went to the same school, the same university, you worked in the same company, that sort of thing. So here's my idea, maybe it exists, if it does, please let me know. It's a mobile app where you log in with LinkedIn, and only with LinkedIn. And detects, obviously, all these things I said, and automatically detects your location and tells you, these are the people who have at least one point in common with you. Would you like me to figure out a way to create a group of 3 or 4 or more? You say yes, you put $5 or some amount of money. And then the system automatically then returns and checks with everybody, does pattern matching. You would call it AI to your investor, but it's just pattern matching, it's not an AI. And it says, okay, and then it comes back and it checks with everyone, hey, there's these people around you, this is a potential group, are you interested? You say yes, 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 yes. The group is formed, the system takes your money, because if you pay, then you would show up, to not flake. And then all of a sudden, you're not flake. And then all of a sudden, you have an event, automatically booked for you at a certain location, you go, and you have people who either, that you feel comfortable talking to, because you went to the same school, or you worked in the same company, or in the Big Four, or etc., etc. And that's how you can make a lot of new friends in a professional way that's not sleazy or awkward or weird, where you can actually grow, create value, and have fun. So, in case somebody wants to do it, please do it, because I need it. One, and if you are doing it, sign me up as an early adopter, because I really need it.
Zealous.
Sorry?
Zealous.
Zeus?
Zealous. Zealous app.
It's called Zeus.
Zealous.
Cool, I'll look it up.
Zealous, yeah. The local girl.
How
Yeah.
come I never heard about it?
I don't know.
Everyone uses it? Okay, cool.
Thank you.
So you are not planning anything yourself, you just want to use this application?
Honestly, that's what I said in my current company, and then I did this in my company. So I did my company, so I might start it like a year or two, but right now just for my time.
You should actually speak to IX, who's building a community platform, and this is exactly one of the features that would have.
Yeah, amazing.
So it's not just integrating people who are like-minded, who want to be in certain events, but also tapping into yourself, you literally where you study, the universities and all of that, that gets integrated to see who's in town. So even if you travel out and you want to do certain things, you would actually log in and say, listen guys, I'm in Toronto today, who's around? So people who you know, and your communities and such, that would be actively involved in the space, you'll be able to see. So ads could definitely add value.
And I think the auto-booking would have a lot, like the AI creates, automatically matches it, and then just basically makes it happen.
Different groups, make it, notifications, tell them, listen, it's just a coffee, pay for your bills, whatever it is that you want to add, and the guys are actually working on it. So we started that as a community activity, and we want to see how we can add more features to that as well. So I'll definitely put you in touch with Alex, and then we can discuss more as well. Yes.
I remember there's one more, I'm not sure if we're talking about the same startup, but I remember there's one startup that was here actually that was trying to do something like that.
Zealous.
Matchmaking.
Zealous.
Sorry?
Zealous.
It doesn't sound like that, but I think maybe that startup doesn't exist anymore because it's like many years ago I heard this.
She's growing fast.
I think one of the things I remember it's affinities, and affinities is exactly what you mentioned. But then I think there was another aspect which was related to certain time slots. So like especially let's say if you work in a business area where there's a lot of different companies, and so lunchtime is a good time, and so affinity on timings was also taken into account. That being said, I definitely think it's needed. I don't know why the other one didn't grow or succeed, but definitely it's something you hear often. That people are looking at solving that problem. So. Definitely.
As the next VC, I tell you, the help me organize events thing is one of the most common ideas out there. After every cycle, you have somebody who invents some variation for students, for professionals, for swimmers, whatever. But it hasn't been cracked. The point is, it hasn't been cracked because, in my humble opinion, there are multiple friction points to get to the event, and you need to solve all of them. And just manually looking for people, it doesn't work. It has to match you, connect you, create a chat, book the place, take the money, book your Uber if you need it, just kind of make it flow.
You're going to love the platform that is developed for this. Any other questions, guys?
2469 app.
Yes, very soon.
Not Zeus?
Nothing.
Zeus.
Yes.
I'm surprised. Everyone download Zeus right now.
Zeus.
I have a question, just a suggestion. You should just go for it. It's a great idea. I think I use it. I mean, I'm saying as a potential someone who travels a lot and I don't get that much company after work, but you should definitely do it.
Okay. So you're an investor, right? You got your own fund. So you're already invested in it? Would you consider that?
I think I'll myself, yes.
Okay, brilliant. So I think we should go. Thank you, guys. Anyone else with questions?
Just a reflection, like, because I heard something which actually means a red flag for me. I'm just a founder, basically. I'm not any kind of ex-investor or something, but you are. And you mentioned something that really is a red flag for me. So, but this is just a feedback. This is nothing personal, something like that. You mentioned that we will tell to investors that this is the item, it's not really AI, it's something. So my suggestion is not to you, but to the audience actually. Never take money from the guys who doesn't really understand that this is not AI or this is something else. Because that actually will create a lot of pain in your life if actually you were dealing with investor methods.
Well, absolutely, absolutely. And I was being ironically sarcastic because this is exactly what you should learn.
Yeah.
And they come amazed. Like, I was in when blockchain was popular. And within a month, all the investment that you saw, it's like blockchain enabled. You know, we do restaurants, blockchain enabled. We do chairs, blockchain, actually everything. And then it became AI, which was machine learning back then. And now it's like AI, which is GPT. So that's very different on that. So don't do that because the good VCs are going to grill you and tell you this is not AI. Absolutely.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for that. I'll go on question. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to
Okay, so thank you so much for this beautiful event, really really interesting. Guys, I'm going to ask for your help, actually, a bit unusual thing. Maybe you remember that I'm not just husband and father, I also founder of startup, and now we actually fundraising. And now we are brainstorming about our one-liner. You know, this is the one sentence that we should tell to investor that explains what we do. And I'm going to tell you just briefly what we really do and tell us our ideas about our one-liner and how we name us. So, just our startup has a name Merci. What we do? It is just application, mobile application. Anyone can open it and ask for instant and cheap help if got some health issues, some sick, some pain, or something like this. Very cheap. Very fast, cheap, what I mean, $5-10 per consultation, no more. So we do it very fast, we just very good with our unit economics, but I'm not going to tell you about the rest of things, I just would like to tell you. So, one thing, one idea how we name us. So Merci is like 911 for low-income people, okay? Next idea about that. Merci is a low coster for your health issues, or something like this. So I would like to hear your opinion about 911 and low coster, how it relates with your feeling about what we do. You may ask me extra questions about our business. I will answer you. So, what do you think? So, if you just will see somewhere in the internet, so this is a low cost for your health issues. So, if you have a headache, so are you going to open it? Are you going to register and tell me? So, low, yes, please.
I think I don't like the association between low cost and health. I mean, just mentally, I don't want to hear that word associated with my health.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. Two people, I have two questions.
Not questions, but feedback, since you're asking for feedback. I would definitely not use anything regarding poor people because you're immediately cutting your target audience. If I'm not poor, it doesn't mean that I don't want to take advantage of a budget-friendly. Budget-friendly is a good phrase of a budget-friendly health consultation. I also wouldn't pair, I'm in marketing, so I also wouldn't pair health issues with low cost. Remove issues. Make it just budget-friendly health consultation. Low coster for health consultation, because then all of the words become positive. I don't need to have, I probably won't go with a health issue to a cheap place. But if I just have a headache or a health scare, I'm just worried, I'm anxious, then I would much rather take advantage of a budget-friendly option than going to an expensive doctor. So I think words like health scare is good for you, health consultation, budget-friendly, make it all sound positive and remove all the negative words like poor people and stuff like that.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. What do you think that's also about 911? I also would like to, because it was our idea also.
It also is negative because 911 is an emergency. So
yeah.
my overall feedback is make it all sound positive. Like you don't need to have a crisis because in crisis, most likely, people won't go for cheap.
Yeah.
They will go for your service when they're having an anxiety about not feeling well, but they don't want to pay. It's very like, I have a broken nail. I don't want to pay 700 dirhams. I want to pay $5. So 911 is also a bit too much for me.
Okay, good. So budget friendly. I like it so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, yes, please.
Oh, sorry.
You should ask ChatGPT. I think focus on the big idea, because sometimes you come up with whatever you're creating now, in the future it might change, or some offerings might be different. So focus on the big idea, come up with what you're trying to target or what you're trying to create, whether it's comfort or and focus on that. And I think whatever you, like for example, if you focus on budgeting, or it's not about budgeting, at the end, what you're trying to create is the idea. I'm trying to give comfort, and that's something within that idea. And then, of course, in the future, what happens with all the startups that they come up with, they scale their business, or they come up with a new MVP, or maybe a new product, or whatever. So it fits the idea. So you don't limit yourself with something.
Okay, thank you so much.
Any other questions? Super. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Really like great.
Alright, brilliant. So we'll give the microphone to Adil so we can keep the what session is this called? The fireside session. Yes, please.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys. I hope you guys actually enjoyed the idea lab. So we are right now putting the ideas into practice in a way. It's basically a kind of a part of debate. So we will have a special guest here tonight who has basically came all the way from Paris, and he's been visiting Dubai and discussed and exploring about his startup. So we'll basically talk about branding, content structuring, on digital experiences, and discussing about how we can effectively create interesting experiences with so many different platforms available right now. So if I can actually invite Mr. Cyril to here, and please give it a round of applause.
We just have a seat in there. Perfect. And there's a mic.
So yes, please tell us about yourself to the audience.
Yes, so thank you to be here. I'm Samuel, I'm the co-founder of Creator, with a platform who can organize, collaborate and share in a new way of any kind of content. So we want to revolutionize the way to deal with content in the more easiest way.
So, I mean, we're basically here exploring your company that will make a look of the YouTube video as well. But before that, tell the audience over here what basically led you to come up with this startup.
Okay, so basically we know that the current software we are using to store and to share, like WeTransfer, Google Drive, and Box are maybe a little bit outdated, because they got the same design and the same use since almost 20 or 15 years, so they didn't change anything regarding the way to facilitate the content and the visualization. So they got many asks from users. As we are collaborating also with content creator and artists since years, we noticed that we could improve all this solution to make it more seamless experiences and more visual. That's how we got the idea to bring this platform that you could deal with any kind of content from any kind of source in a very visual way, like minority reports, and you just drag and drop items and files, and that's how you could share and collaborate.
So, if we basically check the video,
yes.
Let's have a look around it if we can basically. It's not done. No, it's not coming.
Okay.
So, we'll have a look around it. Just to tell us more about what kind of experiences. Because you see, right now in Dubai, in UAE, we've got a lot of platforms. We've got a lot of visual experiences coming up over here.
Yeah, sure. I think everyone heard a little bit about Notion. So basically, about the creative process, we know that at least most of the photographer, artists, or content creators need to use 5 or 6 different software. So basically, we integrate everything on one platform that could simplify all the process of creation, from creation to sharing, also selling process, and also to visualize and collaborate. So starting that we integrate many things. So the first step is storying, also in a visual way. The second step, we are integrating a bookmarking extension that you could collect all the text and data from the internet, and you could mix it with your own personal file in the same folder. And on top of it, we got a note system, like a user side of all objects that you can use AI tools like ChatGPT, like Midjourney, and also video and sound and AI tools to collaborate and make it more efficient, again in the same folder. So we integrate everything in like a video game. And okay, see the video. Yes, it's working.
So basically, it's like a drag and drop, as you said.
Yes, it's drag and drop, like minority report. So this could be still very visual, but could be support all kind of file and even 3D file. They're the only software that you could, as you said, visualize 3D file without doing anything. Everything is this is how you could,
That's where I actually felt, which is pretty interesting, is that is it a browser-based extension?
Browser-based, it's a SaaS software.
So you can go to your different websites, videos, etc., and just drag it to the sideline.
Exactly, that everything works on Google Chrome, just dragging all the content itself as it's working. Also, you could personalize, maybe you can do mood board, obviously, so you could put a picture or video, and after you could integrate everything like drag and drop and to send it. So the way you could see it is the way that those users will see without downloading anything.
So it's publication, is it bookmarks or can it be?
It's working with Instagram, of course public one, with Spotify, with Netflix. It's working with all the major, I would say, platform, and that you could concentrate all of your content in sharing everything. And see how the note system is working. You got the article released on someone on the left, the AI make a resume, and after this how you could work and maybe use the AI to post on LinkedIn or Twitter or Instagram. And also it is collaborating, so you're not the only one who could use that all your team could work on it and got an history of who it was.
But I wanted to ask this, can you embed these bookmarks into your website or into some other articles? Can you do that?
Yes, and basically we are API. For example, if I got a YouTube video like this, the content creators still make money because we use the original API, so everything is integrated in the platform. People still make money on the view and everything. Because we are thinking that Creaton has a second visual brand, so how you could organize and share and collaborate, you have to see visual feeds. So that's why we do this kind of software in a more easy this way. So no need to get any mail, you just drag and drop, that's how you get the file. Also you got history, who did what, and you on top of it you got AI store that you could use the last AI functionality on content, on video, on music, and text. So for the photographer account, we can do research also about AI, we got auto-organization. So basically, if you got something in your mobile, you want to save it, it's already saved in your folder with the AI that's look like more on the right.
Which kind of consumers or people would be useful for this particular platform?
At least if you got some users who are using like Google Drive or pay for Google Drive, pay for maybe bookmarking tools, you pay for ChatGPT, Midjourney, you got I would say normally $80 or $100 a month, and we integrate everything for $28 a month. So you got ChatGPT, you got Midjourney, you got the server part, and all the bookmarking tools in the system for everything, and it's $32 for 1 terabyte.
Okay, so this is also for mostly for people who are doing research as well as for developers or mostly for creative people?
Could be more for, I would say, content creator, I would say also for journalists, people who are dealing with a lot of text, because also we sum up text, we sum up podcast and video, so on one click you got everything on your notes, so we could go up to 6 hours of videos, and after you can even ask questions of the document.
Alright, so have you guys you have actually seen anybody who has questions? Yes.
I'm actually looking you up as I didn't realize. So I literally run a content agency. I'm a creative, I've been in the creative industry for like 20 years, and I feel that the problem is spot on. We are super messy. I feel so many ideas die just because you couldn't organize them. Like it was just dead on the way to getting executed. I was looking you up because I was trying to see if it's already operational, if someone who is already running a business or as a creator like me can already use it, or is it an MVP?
It's already more, so you can use it, but the mobile version is on the web, so we got a waiting list of users, but I could give you an account, you could try with no problem.
So it's a desktop version for now, but it's
desktop version. The mobile version will arrive in 1 month.
Okay. And when you said it's a drag and drop, so as in I can just drag and drop a YouTube video, I can drag and drop an Instagram post, there is no downloads, there is no anything.
Everything is online, and with the app, we could use it offline and online. I could make you a demo on my computer after, no problem, I could see you within seconds. It's very easy to create anything and to generate some content.
Yeah, I'm very interested because like I said, if it is solving a real problem, the real problem is there. It's just, I'm very curious to know if it's solving it, for sure. The problem is there and it has been there forever. So if you've managed to solve it, my congratulations to you.
Oh, thank you.
Anybody else?
I was just going to add that she's not easily giving any good remarks, so it's very important.
No, I mean, it's interesting to...
So I understood your Adil concept, so it's like very good. So you have API and AI at the same time, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so congratulations.
Thank you. And also, I didn't that we got a little more complex product also. I forget that we are blockchain certified. So the artists, when they put data, you can do NFT, and you could even share and sell it without the platform. So we think that will be the future to have the 3D also, because there's no platform you can use 3D and NFT. With that, we support 3D, if we do NFT, we can also sell it.
And what amount of cloud storage you will offer with this, so that if someone wants to manage their content with this, everything, so there's cloud storage also connected with it, or we have to do this?
I mean, regarding this kind of content, it depends. The thing has to be public when it's private. It doesn't work, but most of the formats we support many websites. LinkedIn, X, YouTube is working very well, Vimeo. So we did a very hard part to integrate the most popular website and content. And also, for example, in my folder, I put also my personal mail. So it's go back to my personal mail. If I got also some other file in Google or Ironbox, I just take the link and put it also, it's working. So we could really concentrate everything in one place.
Yes, we have one more question.
Yes, it's one question. Of course, I love the idea because I think we are all very busy with whatever we're doing, and then documenting it is one of the biggest problems. I think it's just dragging and dropping is very impressive. Now, my question is, because I saw in the video that it looks like a blank canvas, that you just drag and drop it. Now, my question is it structured? Yeah, do you have templates that I can drag and drop and there is templates, everything is done? Or is it going to be suffering with rotation and sizing or whatever?
Like basically, we think as a software like a physical table. So any kind of content, you have the right to move it in which way you want and which size you want. Also, we didn't show too much because a mood board that could do the same. So basically, it's like going from physics to the digital. But we're also thinking ahead that this software will be more useful if the VR also as a new hardware system will come. We also understand that sometimes the window will be a full screen. So how you want to deal with content on bigger screen, and we voice command, you could open the folder, organize the folder, share the folder to one user with a vocal command also. So it's working very well on all this hardware right now. We are thinking ahead with the AR meets reality with the future for content also.
But I mean, I just want to ask you, it really does solve the problem of going to different websites and then bookmarking them and then going to different platforms. So everything is in one place and you just drag and drop. But then it again creates another same problem as mentioned in the questions, is that within this platform, then there will be so many different bookmarks. So you have to go behind and before there. How do you able to, it's just like a WhatsApp group kind of a problem. When people are so many posting and then you keep on going back and see where was it, how do you find out the information that you really needed at the time you wanted.
That's why we put the AI organization tool, so regarding with a keyword, we could be able to, even with the text, show the content you really want on it. So we got different kind of research. So this is our powerful tool is to get the AI to organize. And regarding the keyword or maybe a color or whatever, even the text, we show all the content with text and also the content that the AI recognizes.
So, in your experience, what is the future of branding when people are having so many difficulty problems in terms of providing, they're competing with AI-based images, content, websites are coming, tools are coming for content creation. How do you think, in your opinion?
That's a very good question. I think we more and more content from everywhere. From your mobile, for all the kind of hardware, we are connected to each other. So you have to be able to, with one button or one command, to organize it without spending time to look for the right folder or the right thing. So we have to simplify the process as soon as possible to make it more easy to search and to research with a second. So, and the amount of unstructured data is growing like crazy, especially with the new technology. So this is only the beginning of the new area where we'll be flooding with data and things you have to look for. So that's why simplifying the organization and research is the key.
So lastly, how has been your experience here in Dubai? And what kind of asks that you are coming here in Dubai?
I think this is a good spot also in a good area to maybe raise a company. So far we are based in the US, but we are thinking to move in the area. Regarding the population, I think there's full of entrepreneurs. We also generate content looking for new technology, so we need this kind of user who could be ahead from other population. I won't say in Europe, where I'm coming from, there are more followers than Dubai-based people, but I think it could be helpful because it could be more innovative there and taking more risk for a new kind of technology.
You're based in the US?
I'm based between France and also Dubai and coming often. The company is based in the US because we were targeting the US market at the beginning, but maybe we'll change a little bit our strategy because we're still raising money also because we got other projects on totally for the new technology, we need money also.
So this application that you talk about for desktop version is from a beta version?
No, it's finished. This one is finished. We are thinking ahead about the new technology with VR and AR also.
Anybody else who has questions? Well, thank you so much for visiting and coming and sharing this, and give it a round of applause to Mr. Gerard. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.